in the sky, you know how I feel. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Boom, pow, boom, boom, pow, boom, boom, pow, boom, 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 boom. So we're talking about things today that are not normally talked about pertaining to the third trimester. I feel like I've experienced a lot of stuff during this pregnancy that I didn't know much about in my last pregnancies because it's not talked about. It's not the typical morning sickness talk, Braxton Hicks talk, or putting on extra weight. It's the things that no one is talking about that could benefit the next mother and the next mother. So I'm gonna talk about it. Since nobody won't talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it. This symptom right here, I would have to mark as the number one symptom, not only just in the third trimester, but for the entire pregnancy. It's the symptom that needs to be thoroughly investigated, analyzed, understood, explained, felt, because it's one that no one prepares you for. They're only preparing you for putting on weight, having cravings, pelvic discomfort, like the typical pregnancy symptoms. But they're not telling y'all about the spiritual and emotional and mental changes and experience that happens in a woman during pregnancy. Now, it may be linked to your awareness of consciousness, of life, of things. Because in my last 3 pregnancies, I don't remember feeling like this at all. I just feel like I was just floating through the pregnancies. But in this one, in my more evolved stage of life, I see, I sense, I feel things on like a whole nother level. With that, it comes with, my stomach's itching. Maybe that means something. But anyway, it causes for your pregnancy to feel more sensitive, more sensitized. Like you feel sensitive to everything. You can feel the slightest change in everything. And if you don't know what's going on, if you're not aware, if people are not talking about this, you could feel crazy. You could feel out of your body. I haven't talked about this for most of my pregnancy, except with close friends and my husband and midwife, because I low-key was embarrassed. I wasn't comfortable at showing that part of me in that state because it was new. It was something that I've never experienced. I didn't have much knowledge of. I didn't know what was happening. I just felt like, yo, this is not my body. Something is going on. It can't be pregnancy because I've been pregnant before and I never felt this way. What is it? Now, as time went on and later on throughout the pregnancy, I now know that that's just the awareness part of pregnancy. I feel like a lot of us, when we're not aware of certain things or of a certain consciousness, we don't feel and sense certain things as well. And we could take that out of a pregnancy context. Like, for example, let's say you have a person who is intoxicated. They may go into a building and their natural senses are not turned on to the point where they can sense, hey, something is off about this place. It feels like something is about to happen. I need to come up out of here. This ain't safe. Whereas a person who is sober, they could possibly pick that up because their mind and their awareness is elevated. Now put that into a pregnancy context. With pregnancy, it's like, well, for me, at least in this experience, let me know if this has happened to you too, is you can feel and sense things that you may have not felt or sensed before. And it feels odd. it just feels like you're losing it because it's new and because you haven't been taught it. It's not being talked about, explained. It's just like something that's taboo, or it's a topic that no one seems to have information about. So you're going through it alone. And the whole time it's like, girl, you're just in a more heightened season of life, which allows you to feel and sense in a different way. But before I came to that conclusion, I would be scared. I would be like anxious. I would fight it. I would go against it because I'm like, hold on, I can feel something happening in my body and it don't feel right. And because I don't know what it is, now I'm scared. Now I'm anxious. Now I'm panicking. Instead of leaning into it and listening to the cues and learning how my body and my senses are communicating with me in spirit and in soul. I'm telling you, that's some wild stuff. Like, this pregnancy has really been teaching me how to listen to my body, how to trust my intuition even more than what I thought. Like, it's actually testing me. Of all the times that I've said I trust my intuition, I trust this, I trust that. Okay, well, this pregnancy came to test that and to also expand upon that, to say, okay, now we're going to take you to another level of listening, another level of trust. So I think that's the most important third trimester taboo symptom that no one talks about, is the spiritual and emotional uniting force that happens between your soul and your baby's soul. Just even that right there is profound. Like, there's no other point in this lifetime existence that there's two souls in the same place. Like, there's a host soul and then there's another soul that is temporary. And when they come together, you unite in a way that you can't explain. For lack of a better word, you become one until the time comes where the baby departs. But no one's talking about that connection. No one's talking about what words can I say? Interlocking of that, and what it feels like, and what it means, and how we can use that for our benefit through pregnancy, through labor, and thereafter once the child is born. I don't have the full experience yet as far as labor and the after birth of how that connection impacts it, but I do know that when the two souls are aware, it heightens things, because our children, they automatically are aware. It's spirit. It's the purest form of spirit in flesh. So they are automatically aware, conscious when they enter in. The difference is if the mother is. If the mother is not even aware, she won't be able to pick up signals and symptoms and cues from the baby for the benefit of the pregnancy, the birth, and thereafter. For example, this is an example of my personal life. My mom, she didn't know that she was pregnant with me until she was 8 months. For 8 months, which is pretty much almost the whole pregnancy, she wasn't aware. There was a small chance of her being able to pick up my cues, my signals, because she wasn't aware. She wasn't aware physically or consciously that she was carrying another soul. So that connection between the two was never made until towards the end, if it was even made towards it. And that's something that needs to be talked about. Like, how do we navigate months of communing and connecting and existing in the same home, which is this temple, and to work together and use that time as an intimate, sacred communion. Now, fast forward to the mental and the emotional. Because there's two souls in one body. Now I think about that. Just imagine a mother who's carrying twins or triplets or more. All those different souls combined and then connecting to her in the same house, in the same temple, in the same body. How does she navigate that? How does she navigate that? Like, I truly think that's something that should be looked into and that should be talked about. Because I feel like with that information, it will help so many mothers' mental and emotional health, because now they have some type of evidence, some type of explanation, some type of support in what they're experiencing and why. You can get through things a whole lot easier when you know a why. You might not know a how, but when you know a why, that right there is strength. So back to the emotional and the mental. The souls connecting, they both come with their own emotional, mental experiences. Now, of course, the mother's emotional and mental impacts the child, but I also believe that the opposite is true as well. But if you're not aware of that, you could be thinking that you're just on the inside losing it, and it's not. It's just an introduction to two different beings, and they have to work together and grow, experience this creation of life that's happening. Another third trimester taboo symptom that is not talked about a lot is feeling like it's not your body. Feeling like you're not even yourself. Like, I just be sitting here like, I don't feel like me. But what am I? Who am I? What? I don't feel like me. And it could be because I'm comparing how I feel now to the me that I was prior. But when you think about it, when we're birthing a baby, we're birthing a new us as well. So it's kind of like a caterpillar. When the caterpillar is in the chrysalis, I think it's called that, the little like cocoon, when it's in that, that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm in that cocoon of the caterpillar, and I'm like, this isn't my body. This is not, like, I'm here, but it's not the full me. But I'm comparing it to when I was in the caterpillar stage. Which, not saying that that's a bad thing, but that's the past. That's where I'm coming from. But I'm morphing into the butterfly, which is after birth, which will birth and create a new me. So it's that middle place where it's like, this is a little uncomfortable, but I know that this is only temporary. I know that this is only getting me to where I need to be. It's only propelling me forward in this transformation of life. And that too, I believe, should be explained and talked about more. So moms are not sitting through their pregnancy feeling distraught, disconnected, distressed, okay? Confused, afraid, anxious, unsure, unconfident, because they don't know of the spiritual, mental, emotional, physical metamorphosis that's happening through pregnancy and birth. Ladies, if you have ever been through this, or you know what I'm talking about, let me know in these comments. Because I was telling y'all at the beginning, I wasn't really sure about talking about this because I didn't want to seem like a little cuckoo for Cuckoo Puffs. But I know someone else has had this experience to some degree. Let me know, and I'll see y'all in the next vid. Mwah.